Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe. So today we're going to be playing some more standard 2020. So what we're going to be playing is a black-white mid-range deck. So this is kind of a bunch of good black-white cards thrown together, see if there's any synergies that we can play with them, and kind of build onto that. It's usually there's a lot of good cards in these colors, so I want to see if we can make something of it. Apologies for those earlier who were tuning into the Gate stream. Arena crashed, and then it timed me out of the game. So I'll walk you through the deck. Apologies if my voice is a little raspy. I've been dealing with a sore throat. So the deck itself, we are playing a bunch of good cards in these colors, like I said. So we have Knight of Ebon Legion as the 1-drop. Scales early game, it's a good attacker. Late game, it gets huge. Can trade as removal with the Death Touch. Very useful card here. Tithe Taker is good against all these counterspell decks. Puts a tax on them for playing at instant speed. Also, when it dies, it creates a token, so it's useful that way. We have Tomek. So Tomek is more for the Nisa matchups. It's a 2/3 body with flying on its own at like face level. We have Midnight Reaper, which is card draw. Any of these die, we get some card advantage, which this color pair kind of lacks in general. Prison Realm is catch-all removal for planeswalkers and creatures. Gideon can make any of these indestructible, vigilance, or lifelink, and is removal in itself. Mortify is some catch-all removal. We're seeing some more reclamation decks coming out, so this is a way to deal with enchantments. Othakaya is removal or reach in terms of burn. Then Seraph of the Scales is something I want to try out. She used to be very good, but with Teferi around, it's a pretty big tempo loss. But similar, it can attack, it could defend, it's got Death Touch, and when it dies, it leaves 2 bodies behind. Basilica Bell-Haunt, it serves as discard, life gain as well. And then all these creatures can be brought back with Sorin. Sorin also gives us lifelink. I want to try the God Eternals, Aketra, and Bantu, see how they work. So this version of the deck's very much a test, see what cards feel good, which don't. A couple of Lilianas at the top end, and Bolas Citadel. We're getting a lot of life, incidentally, through Gideon's lifelink, Othakaya, Sorin, Basilica Bell-Haunt. So this is a way that we can pay in and get some card advantage. Mana base wise, we got the duels, and then the scries, and then 1 Scoured Barrens. Wanted to see maybe Mobilized District might also be good. And then we can go from there. So we'll play it through. I fell quite a bit in the ranked 2020. I was on a very bad streak. Why is it doing so many clicks? Let's start. Let's pick a deck. Black, white, mid. And we'll run this through. So like I mentioned in the other stream, all the cards from the new set will be spoiled by Friday, and they'll be up on Aether Hub, at which point I'll be putting out a bunch of deck lists for the new Throne of Eldraine standard. Just a bunch of brews. Obviously they're untested, but something we can play around with once it goes live next week. I'm trying to arrange to be available all Thursday the 26th to do streams all day. Test out a bunch of new cards, do some drafts, take it from there. But we'll go back on that. So this can be the Gates deck. We are a little weak to what's it called? Field of the Dead. I might want Legion's End in the deck. Cryot Carnarium doesn't really work in our build. So I think if we could keep Golos off the battlefield, we're in a good spot. Let's give this lifelink. We might be able to be aggressive enough this game to just take them out. The nice thing too, Gates Ablaze doesn't deal. Ooh, let's go Bell-Haunt here. Gates Ablaze will deal 4, whereas Seraph will still have a body left. Force them to discard, but at this point their hand's full, they haven't really played much.
I believe you.
So let's see. Because this leaves bodies behind after Gates Ablaze, which I like. So I think we do this turn first. And then go from there. So we do have Prison Realm for Golos the first time, and then an attack Othakaya to maybe take it out the second time. Gideon's also got the Exile condition now, or -6, but it's a good clock we have on the opponent. The opponent not having blue mana is also incentive to play Seraph this turn, because they can't play a Teferia unless they play like Breeding Pool Shocked. Okay, so they have the Ram. Ram is a 6/6. So I think what we do this turn, Prison Realm, the Ram. I don't want the land. I think I'm content without the land at this point. So we're gonna give it Vigilance. Give this Lifelink.
I will lend you my strength.
Smash in with everything. So board wipe, they're still dead now. Gideon is still attacks. Yeah. Very nicely done. So we'll claim our prize. So we're playing ranked at Diamond tier. I was actually at Diamond 2 and fell all the way down to Diamond 4. Went on a brutal losing streak. Combination of misplays, bad mana, just odd luck. Drew like 14 forests in a row in one game that we were kind of close to winning with Stompy. So I'm going to keep this hand. I'm going to go Knight on 1, followed by the Scoured Baron. Opponent's playing first. Depending on the matchup, if we need to be aggressor, we have Midnight Reaper. If we need to be more of the control deck, we have Othakaya. This deck's pretty nice because it could wear a couple different hats. So, play this out. Come on. Okay, so this is an aggressive matchup, so we will be playing Othakaya. This coming down on 2 is actually not bad. It gains best back to life. Torch Carrier can be blocked now, or they have to use a shock, which Multi 4 is not really boding well for the opponent. I gotta remember to pre-order. Get them gingerbread sleeves. So there's a play to play Tithe Taker here, which isn't bad. Lets us curve out. They could sack this to give something haste. So this does get pseudo unblockable. Don't think we kill that necessarily. They hit light up this stage and they got a shock for next turn. So shock to get rid of Knight of Ebon. So I think what we do here, let's attack with Knight. Okay, they block. It's fine. Just play this out. If they want to shock one of our things, we get the card draw. And then I'm going to Othakaya their creature next turn. Get rid of Midnight Reaper. That's actually very good for us. Gideon will just give us lifelink, gain that back each turn. Scorch Spitter. I think we still go Gideon here.
Together we can banish evil from this plane. I believe in you,
Gideon
friend.
also is a distraction if they want to attack into it. But we effectively gain 3 life this turn between Tithe Taker and the come into play tap. Next turn I could Bell-Haunt, gain another 3. Chandra's really good.
Hey, don't start any fires without me.
Chandra is very good. So we are going to have to Orthakaya that, unfortunately. You're unblockable.
Bring it on.
Doesn't matter, just do the block here.
I tried my best.
So Gideon bought us 5 damage, or 6 damage there. Let's see if they... Quite cool. So now I can...
Throw another punch,
Oh.
and you're gonna get burned.
Here,
I am not happy right now.
and then play a Knight of Ebon. And then just doing running Bell-Haunts against this deck will be good. They'll get unblockable each turn, but it's going to be hard for them to catch up. Usually when they have Cavalcade out, always try to get rid of the Chandra. It gives them the most value. Sorry, I'm doing some updates on my laptop just on the side, so just want to make sure everything goes through. They use a shock there. Still a couple turns away from Lily. I think at this point we get aggressive. Tithe Taker trades up anyways. This is always going to be unblockable, so they really just, if they want to ping an extra damage, or 2 damage with Scorch Splitter. A Sorin's pretty much game over for them. We can Sorin, like bring back the Midnight Reaper for card draw. Gain like a ton of life. Attack in. Okay, so we can Sorin here, or we can Bell-Haunt to get that card out of their hand. I like the Bell-Haunt play. And then follow it up with Sorin for this life gain. They were dead, like, multiple ways. Cool. 2-0 with the deck. Run it back for a couple more. So I haven't got a chance to test out the God Eternals yet. Card draw seems a little bit of an issue, like if we got board wiped in that position. So Temple, Scoured into Oath. I think we try that. Would like to see a 1-drop or a 2-drop here. So we get another 4-drop. I actually like Tomic here. The reason we like Tomic is we see a Temple of Mystery, which can be a ramp deck, and Tomic says lands can't enter. So they go 4-drop here. So I'm going to do this first. Because I want to Othokaya this from a ramp perspective. They're not going to get out Nisa this turn. So let's go Oath here. Just take one of these out. We're using Oath over Mortify here because Mortify can hit some of their bigger things. whereas Oath at this point, even if these adapt, then we can't. So they can have a Nisa here. We can dodge Nisa one turn, we're in a good spot. Sweet. So they're likely just going to go for the adapt plan here. Mana efficiency wise, it's not the best. They can adapt. That's likely what they're going to be doing this turn. Adapt. They would have played a Nisa out if they had it. I think we just go mana efficiency wise. Play out the Seraph. Like, there is a play to just pass the turn, them spend their money to their mana, not money, to adapt, and then we kill it in response. But if they have like a Hydrate Crisis or something, we can deal with it on the backside. If they also want to attack, this puts a good clock on them if we get Sorin down. Oh, that is very bad. So I got punished there, and now I'm probably dead. Here we go. I think we go Tomic. Do we kill Seraph? Probably. Gets rid of the flyers. Bantu's not going to do much for us at this point. So let's see how they attack in. So I'm going to get rid of that. It's better in our graveyard anyways. I'm going to take the damage. Gonna plus up on Sorin. Cavalier Thorns. That's what we call no bueno. No good. I should have killed this. That just took all our tempo out of here. So Gideon doesn't do much in this particular sense. I think we Sorin uptick, let them attack, or I can Sorin, just get back. I think this turn.
The ring of my sword is your death knell.
Just get back Seraph. Seraph can get Death Touch. And then we'll just pass the turn. Death Touch can get rid of Cavalier Thorns. We need a Bolas Citadel. And that would help in this situation. We dead. Blue-green mass manipulation is really good against mid-range decks like ours that aren't pressuring them very aggressively. Yeah, so we probably end up losing that game regardless, but there was a misplay there, or just we took an alternative line that proved to not be correct. So on the play, we'll bin that. So here we have the option of being aggressor or the defensive in the matchup. We have control options if need be. Growth Spiral. So this matchup likely is going to be one we are being the aggressor. Watch, we just never draw fourth line now.
Into battle as your champion of justice.
Gideon can attack each turn. This is likely a reclamation deck of some sort. Might be Simic Flash. Interesting, they're doing that all on their main phase. So I think we just want land for Liliana in this matchup.
Prepare battle.
Gideon starts getting big. If they tap out for something, we have the Mortify. This can deal with a Nisa if it comes down. I think we just protect Gideon here. If they had a Nisa, they would have played it. Cavalier is going to get exiled here. And then Gideon pluses as well. Cool. Getting closer. Get rid of you. Sorin's? Nah. We don't really have creatures in the grave right now.
Share in my light.
So I like Gideon in these shells, where you can play him as an aggressive creature if need be, but also have creatures to get the benefit. Land Liliana down tick. Ah, so close. So close. Don't think we want Tithe Taker here. So I'm gonna attack in first here. Keeps him off. More mana.
Good triumphs this day.
Actually, that was a bad play. They didn't have enough mana to adapt. That was a mistake. Could have just Othakai'd it. Okay, I got Cavalier. So Cavalier is a little awkward because we can't just negative Liliana just yet because it would kill our Gideon. Voracious Hydra. So we can go you.
I believe
Give you vigilance. And then play out Liliana, make a token, and then block. Oh, that I'm an idiot. Let's give it Death Touch. So they got something back. They got more Voracious Hydras. Oh, they got Mass Manipulation. So we are not going to give them reasonable targets. So I'm going to hold this. They just mass manipulate those, that's fine.
I will lend you my strength.
My army will envelop this world.
So this will give us some card advantage.
Good, mindless.
And then when they attack into Liliana, they're also limited with the number of attacks they can do because of Othakai'a. And this is pretty low, so they can't just ultimate this turn. Seraph's been okay. Gideon's been really good in the deck. Interesting. So they don't want to give me the card draw.
Your light will cleave the
Sorin's
darkness.
good.
Smelly, but effective.
So we'll go Sorin here.
Strife makes monsters of us all.
So what's their life at? 6? I think we plus this turn, then get Seraph back next turn.
What a mess I've
No attacks. So obviously we're weak to like another mass manipulation. Okay, cool. Cool. 3-1 I think with the deck. Yeah, so we'll claim our prize, 3 and 1. So for those tuning in, there's the deck tracker on the right hand side, which should show you the deck. But if you'd like to see it, we are playing a black-white mid-range. So a bunch of early threats, Knight, Tithe Taker for the instant speed decks, Atomic versus Nisa, card draw from Midnight Reaper, and then you just got a bunch of high-end threats. So it's kind of black-white good stuff. Othakaya is useful as removal and reach. Haven't been able to cast either of the God Eternals right now, so can't really comment on how good they are. I'm going to get rid of Oketra actually and play Ugin instead as removal. Bolas' Citadel. I think I'm going to go 2 Bolas' Citadel. Let's try that one out. Because in a lot of these games we've wanted like more card draw, and we can play it off the top for free. So we'll try a couple more games with the new version. And Arena has been like very particular. I would like you as my deck. Just once. Play this out. This has felt pretty good. What we really want is a 2-drop black removal option. There's also that artifact, the white one from the new set. So this hand's not very good. This hand's better. So I'm going to put Seraph away. Sorin can help with the life that we're going to be losing off both these shocks. There's the... Sorry, just got to sneeze. Never mind, no sneeze. It's the like cradle one, so it's the artifact, 1 and a white. Exile target creature with power 3 or less, I think it was, or converted mana cost 3 or less. That'd probably slot in well to this deck. Okay, they're going on the ramp plan. Let's see if they block. Let's do this. Make it bigger. Want to get it up to like 3 toughness. Nullhide Ferox. Alrighty. So that is not something we are necessarily thrilled to see. So I'm going to bait them here. If they... Yeah, I'll trade there. I'm happy with that trade. Oh, shit. Yeah, so we don't beat Biogenic Ooze. Yeah, we don't beat that one, folks. I wonder if we want to Othakayas as just board insurance instead of the Seraphs. That way we, like in that board state, if we could have reset there. We also missed a couple land drops, which hurt. Biogenic Ooze requires this hand. Opponent goes first. We have a Scry to set up and double Sorin. This hand buys us time. We gain 3 life from that. We'll keep it. This is a control deck. Don't want the lands. So hopefully... Show without erasure? Oh, it's a hero deck. Okay. Well, we got removal for hero. Our hand's very well insulated against a thought erasure as well. So this is where we'd like a 2-drop removal spell. So I'm gonna go Oath, because then it protects our Gideon. Get rid of Hero here. Morning, play good magic. How's it going? Oh, Regas, thanks for the follow. If you're still watching. So here, gonna make them waste their time a bit.
I'll taste your neck. You taste my blade.
This will gain us some life.
Useful traits.
We can take it from there. Second guard mage. So this is another time where like Oathakaya would have been nice.
You will become dust.
So we can do a Mortify if need be. Or it's not Kaya's Wrath, not Othakaya.
The weak feed the strong.
So we're just gonna pass turn here. Probably throw a Mortify their way. And then second Othakaya next turn. Doing this now before they get something like a Teferi down. At this point, they're just taking 2 damage every turn.
Hey,
Guys, they have Bell-Haunt. So we'll do this.
I abhor my need for blood.
Just keep the new one. Kill that one. And then play a Midnight Reaper out. This is, as long as it's your turn, you have lifelink. So I'm probably just going to take the block to get the card draw at this point. And then Bolas' Citadel. Liliana could be this figure. Well, we're good at drawing swamps this game. Bolas' Citadel would be so good right now.
Stamina.
I'm gonna get rid of the other swamp. So I'm gonna do this from a card advantage standpoint. Gives us a blocker.
Embrace the bloodlust.
Play out another one.
I did not start this fight, but I will.
Uh,
Time for a drink.
What are the chances they have another Bell-Haunt? Because if this dies and they get the card draw, it's fine. We try it. This figure is a card we could play, but it's a little narrow. We're not, I would say, pure control. Okay, so they have Hero. That's really bad for us.
I know my responsibility. Let's try this.
We need a Bolas' Citadel. Liliana doesn't do that much right now, other than draw a couple cards.
I will spare you this time.
We'll say these Sorins did buy us a lot. Are you kidding me? This is what I'm worried about. A deck like this, we don't have a good enough card draw engine. I can disfigure here if they have another one. Which they do. Draws us into another Midnight Reaper.
I've got it.
Yeah. Oathakaya is probably the call. We have 5, 8. Okay, so Bell-Haunt can do some stuff, could block the board pretty well. Gets rid of what's ever in their hand. Probably made sense to go Midnight Reaper first.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
So, just trying to draw into Bolas' Citadel or Liliana, or just another land. Seraph. Yeah, we need Citadel. Get Seraph. Seraph gets bounced here. So this is a negative of Seraph in a Teferi matchup. Just end the turn. Not opting to
Don't
bounce.
worry, I got this.
I do think we throw out the block. Get this off. Want to keep our life total as high as possible. Interesting they don't just start attacking with these. And another reason is the wrong half situation. We need advantage, 39 cards. We ain't winning now.
Your blood is mine.
Okay, let me drop the Seraphs for... So we went 3-1 and then 0-2. Seraphs for Oath of... Oh no, not Oath. Kaya's Wrath. Do I want a Kaya? Tomic's been pretty lackluster. Oh, no, too many Kayas. And then we'll play an Interplanar Beacon. Come on. Just the fun of. What are we missing? 24 lands. What got cut? Two Gideons. Let's go. Alright. Cue this up. Arena's interface is awful today. Black-white mid-range. Let's go. So for those of you tuning in, the deck list that you'll have on the screen share is just slightly revised right now. So we cut the Seraph of the Scales for 2 Oathakayas. We cut the Tomix for Kaya the Usurper, and we took out the 2 God Eternals. We'll keep this hand. Took out the 2 God Eternals for Bolas' Citadel and an Ugin. Don't know what we're up against yet. Oh. I like being aggressive in the dark. this is not necessarily a matchup right now. So this could be Gruul or Golgari. It could be a couple things. Sultai. Control. Looks like it. So this could be like a Kefnet build. Or it could be a Field of the Dead deck, Yark Field. I'm gonna go Gideon this turn. I think getting the life gain down is gonna be good. And then giving us a way to have an answer.
I will defend the weak at every opportunity. I believe in you,
Life
friend.
link. Got spread. That's fine. They paid a 4 mana spell to kill our 1 mana spell.
Prepare for battle.
Gideon getting around some of the removals good. Just need to hit some lines really. I would imagine their finisher. Okay, so there's a field deck. At Risen Reef. And they are at 6 unique lands. So next land does trigger it. I'm just gonna go lifelink here.
My light.
I want to be aggressive. And then we'll draw 2 cards this way. I have Kaya's Wrath to clean up the board after. Cool. Temple. Temple. Do I care about Othakaya? Because they're probably only going to make 1 zombie this turn, so I can deal with it. And it does put them in a situation where they can't start attacking my planeswalkers. Okay, Cavalier. So they can start chaining some Cavaliers together. A little unfortunate. They got a second Field of the Dead. Oh sweet, Magic Official's hosting. Nice. So here, I think we just gotta be as aggressive as possible. Actually. Why does it keep doing that? I'm gonna minus here, exile Cavalier. Gonna Othakaya, and then attacking for 4. Or, Kaya's Wrath, not Othakaya. Hit him for 4. And then we got the Temple coming down. Kaya the Usurper, probably not where we want to be right now. Welcome to those tuning in. We are playing a black-white mid-range deck, looking to leverage off a bunch of strong creatures and planeswalkers. So they got that coming down. Land would be good. Land into Citadel. Citadel's probably the option at this point, to be honest. Blue Prison Realm. This is a bit tricky, because we got 1 play. The thing is, then I would have I couldn't exile the Cavalier, and they could have got Yark or another Cavalier, and then got a lot more card advantage. think by missing that land, we fell a little bit far behind. Just gonna do this. Buffers our life total for if we go Citadel turn. That might be the way we win. Welcome to all tuning in. Ah, they got agent. Yeah, we're dead. We are dead. They hit us for 4, 8, 14 here. Gideon gives us life
Will lend
leg.
you my strength.
Yeah. Too little, too late. Yeah, it might have been the line there. Play good. We'll run it back. Othakai felt better than the Seraph of the Scales. Seraph was a little lackluster, especially into fairy matchups. I think we keep this hand. Light on a little mana, but Tithe Taker can slow them down early, which we can go with that. This through. For any of those who just tuned in live, thanks for Magic for the host. This is a black-white mid-range version. We've been tweaking it as we've been going along, just to see what's kind of working and hasn't. If you missed any part, you want to see the earlier variations of the deck as well, I'll have this uploaded to YouTube probably later today. My channel is MTG_Joe. We've played 30 plus rotation proof decks, so pretty much every archetype under the sun. We need another land here, but yeah, if you can swing by, let me know what you think. If there's any other style of decks you'd be interested in seeing. So this is probably Rakdos if I had to take a guess. We'd like to see our land here. Within the next 2 turns, a land would be good. Is this mono black aggro? Mono black aggro seems. Oh, it is. Oh. You know what? We're gonna have to take the damage this turn. Just deal with their board. We have 3 removal spells already. I think we need land. So they can pump up here, which is likely how they're going to play out this turn. Really wish that was an untapped land. Being able to block this turn with Tithe Taker would have been nice. Waiting on the opponent. So we take a bit, but Othakaya gains it back for us. Probably go the Fenlark. If that's the case, we just get rid of Tithe Taker, I think. Just want to get to the point that Liliana becomes relevant, so I can do another Othakaya here. I think we just go Midnight Reaper. If they want to pump, we can trade. I'm basically just using this as a removal. 3 mana, kill target creature, draw a card, lose 1 life in this matchup. They had to disfigure. So we get to Liliana mana. So I'll probably drop another Othakaya this turn. Do the Oath on Fenlarker. Come on. Keep the new one, get rid of Fenlarker. So part of the reason is I could block on the ground, where if I make this a spirit, then they get 2 attackers. Fenlurker also scales. Okay, so Liliana down ticks. So I think we do that. Or do we take a turn, get rid of Dread Presence, and then play Liliana? I think we do that. Because then we could just start upticking Liliana. I'll keep another Othakaya. It's just more life gain in this matchup. I've tried a couple of these mono black decks, but they usually run out of cards. Like if you can keep the Dread Presence going, but it dies to like everything. So next turn we go Liliana. Just Oath is Wild. I'll probably take the trade here. Actually, no. I'll block next turn with the zombie. We get 2 card draws out of it. Cavalier Knight. Okay, so now we're gonna down tick Liliana. Or actually not. We just uptick this turn and then we can try to draw another card. Okay, Interplanar Beacon. It's nice. Gains us a little life back.
Require servants. Your corpse will volunteer.
So what we're gonna do next turn, we have Oath in this. We're gonna try to find a way to get rid of this. The reason I didn't want to down tick there is they get back a creature with converted mana cost 3 or less, so Fenlurker or Knight could have both killed it. Ooh. They're playing some new Throne of Eldraine cards.
Not today. They were a lousy
Okay,
servant.
so Othakaya, or Kaya Usurper. So let's go Bell-Haunt. Then I'm going to drop Kaya, exile this. Make a zombie. We might be able to grind them out at this point.
Good help is easy to find in war.
I can
Get rid of their
that.
flyer.
I'm gonna make myself scarce.
Just play out the land. We have Bolas' Citadel. Or, we don't really have mana sinks in this deck, so probably doesn't make... they're probably not playing discard. They're not playing like Bell-Haunt. They play Duress, at which point they take Othakaya anyways. Yeah, double block here. They could only kill 1. Anyways. If we get Sorin, we can get back Bell-Haunt after in the game.
I've learned much from your death.
We get Fenlurker. Get rid of Tithe Taker. Othakaya comes down and kills this now. And now I could start eating away at their graveyard, get rid of like Cavalier. Blood for Bones would be pretty good, or like a reanimation spell. But we can probably just keep grinding them out. So here, let's cast the Oath. Othakaya has been really good. I think it's going to be some of the premier removal. Yeah, got it. The fact you can go face, deals damage, it insulates our life total. Alrighty. Got 20 gems. We level up. Level 99. So I'm going to show the deck. We're going to wrap it up now. Been going for about an hour for this particular deck. So this was the final version we stuck on. there's a lot of times we wanted Bolas' Citadel, never quite drew it, but I'm kind of liking this variation of the deck the most. I think the mix of planeswalkers, creatures, you can be aggressive, defensive, using our creatures as both creatures or removal have been useful. Kaya's another sense of life gain. It plays well with the Oath of Kaya. So I think this will be the final version. I'm going to try jam it a little bit more offline, and then I'll post the most recent version on AetherHub. For those of you who aren't aware, I do write articles on aetherhub.com. So I've featured a bunch of rotation-proof decks already on there. Come Friday, when the full set's spoiled, I'm going to start putting up some new Throne of Eldraine decks. Going to do like a mono blue mill. There's obviously the Knights deck, mono green Stompy, a couple variations there. So make sure to swing by, tune in if you can. And if you do enjoy the content, make sure to drop a follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. Thanks for everyone who tuned in, and have a great day.